Well, it's time for the NBA draft. We have the number 4 overall pick. There are 3 teams ahead of us. That's how math works, I assume. One of them is the Phoenix Suns. They already have Eric Bledsoe, who's a decent point guard, but he might be a little too old for everything else they have going on. Devin Booker and the like. So, if they went with Markelle Fultz or Lonzo Ball, I mean, that's what they should do just because they're the best players in the draft. Next up is the New York Knicks. I mean, listen, the Knicks got the number 2 pick. It seems like the basketball gods are finally blessing them. But this is the Knicks we're talking about. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? If I was them, I would select the top point guard that wasn't picked number 1. But who knows? Maybe they decide to go somewhere else with it. Regardless, they need to put a young star next to Porzingis to lead them for the next decade. I hope they don't screw it up, even though we are not controlling them at all. Number 3, the Mavericks. Similar conversation, you know? Do they think Yogi Ferrell can really be that guy? Does any of the things I'm saying matter because this is a video game and 2K screws this stuff up all the time anyway? Yeah, pretty much. But we can still go on to the NBA draft. The footage is a little glitchy because my capture card sucks. But the number 1 overall pick, Markelle Fultz. Way to go, Phoenix. You went with the obvious pick, and I'm happy for you. I'm happy you didn't pull like an Anthony Bennett and try to be geniuses, and as a result, you were pretty damn stupid. They actually got this right, I assume. Fultz is the top dude. He's like a 79 overall because I edited this draft class myself. You have him to go along with Devin Booker. That's a hell of a 1-2 punch for a long time. Number 2, though, the Knicks go De'Aaron Fox. Okay, maybe this would be the right one. I mean, look, if we can rationalize it like this, maybe the Knicks, given that they are already an organization that has a whole lot of noise going on, maybe they wouldn't want LeVar Ball to have influence on them, especially in New York. But this is 2K, and it's simply a math problem, so I don't know if we can give them that excuse, but they might be right anyway. Could we actually get Lonzo Ball? No, we can't. The Mavericks stole that dream from us. Lonzo is going to be the guy throwing alley-oops to Nerlens Noel, throwing it to Harrison Barnes when he cuts, and a playmaker like that in Rick Carlisle's offense, that could be really special. And so for the number 4 overall pick, we talked about it before, we are going to stick with what we're going with, because a lot of people were pretty supportive of the idea. Jason Tatum. We need a guy who can put the ball in the basket and hopefully be a big scorer. But hold on, we have the 26th pick, and we actually might get the steal of the draft here. Marquise Bolden out of Duke, rated as the 12th highest guy, falling all the way to 26. Dude can play defense, and I'm just saying, there's a bit of uncertainty with our center position. Vucevic is all offense, Biyombo is all defense. There might be something to say for that one. We also get Josh Hart, who seems like a shooting guard who can, at the bare minimum, shoot, which is never a bad thing. And now if we head on to the team options, we got to bring Aaron Gordon, Peyton, and Hazonia back. And the one free agent that I want to actually keep on the roster is Jody Meeks, because his outside shooting can be pretty valuable for us. I feel like at the backup wing positions, Hazonia might work out, he might not. I like Terrence Ross, but to have a solidified backup 2 who can be a real option for us, that's valuable. And he's also willing to go for the minimum salary, so of course I'm going to take that one. You don't want to lock yourself into bad contracts. Speaking of bad contracts, we have a million of them. Biyombo's overpaid, Fournier gets paid too much, DJ Augustine gets paid a little too much. We also have to pay Aaron Gordon and potentially Peyton after this season, so I'm going to stand packed in free agency. We don't need to commit more money to this roster when we don't even know what the hell we are yet. On top of that, our depth isn't horrible. DJ Augustine is a fair enough 15 minutes a game point guard. You got Biyombo, like I mentioned. I really don't know where we're going to end up going with the center position. I think, honestly, day one, we'll probably start with Vucevic because we just need guys who can space the floor in our offense, given that we have a couple guys who are not natural three-point shooters. Speaking of one, Hazonia, I would love if he could develop his game and be a real rotational piece. He's sucked the first 2 seasons of his career, though, man. Shot 35% from 3 in his rookie year, which shows some life, but he just hasn't looked good so far. And he's actually going to be competing with Terrence Ross for some minutes. I mean, Ross is going to have more minutes initially, but I don't know, depending on those situations with those two, minutes could be altered. As far as free agency is concerned, I want to make one little small move. I want to pick up Anthony Tolliver, stretch 4 off the bench, play the power forward position. You know, he's not going to be playing 25 minutes a game, but, you know, a solid 12 of someone who can just space the floor a little bit more. We got to see some of these young guys in action, specifically Hezonja at the 2, Tatum at the 3, Marquise Bolden at the 5. I'm running Tatum in a pick and roll immediately because I want to get some early offense. It's a good sign that he can finish through contact, because we can't have some dude we just drafted be soft as hell, and then Stephen A. Smith is disrespecting him on whatever TV show Stephen A. Smith is on right now. I think he's still on First Take, actually. And I have no idea what I'm talking about. Hezonja's free throw release, I feel like he's hitting himself in the face whenever he shoots it, but apparently I got an excellent release on the first one, so that's cool. I'm hoping that he can basically be what Evan Fournier already is for us, potentially a better defensive player and a bit more athletic, though. Running with Tatum screening once again, Hezonja open. 2K, I mean, they kind of troll me on this one as it eventually drops through. Do I really need to feel good about that shot? Because if you hit the rim and then it bounces around it, did you really make the shot? I don't know. It's 3 points on the board regardless. Hell of a pass from Tatum. Good finish by Bolden. I'm excited about Bolden, man. I really wasn't expecting to see a guy rated so highly that low in the draft. I mean, his stock did fall a bit in real life just for whatever frickin' reason. It's not like I pay attention to college basketball that much. But he's excited me in this game. Finishing at the rim, offensive rebound, 6'11", decent athleticism. Is it wrong to be excited about a pick? I don't think so. Also, it looks like he's going to fall down when he shoots a free throw. Did you see that? If you missed it, look at it again. Look how ridiculously far back he leans when he shoots a free throw. Like, dude. Well, he didn't do it that time because he's trying to troll me. But dude, you don't got to go back that far. What are we doing on defense? You'll notice that the CPU doesn't score like at all in this video, I'm pretty sure. Which is not a thing I usually like to do, but we're just trying to look at some of our young guys here. Bolden already had 1 pass deflection. Just showing signs of his defense, really. Tatum's bread and butter is the mid-range, so that's going to drop in. Slightly late, I'll figure out these releases at some point in my life. Or I just never will, that's also a possibility. I'm trying to get some ISO with Tatum. Doesn't work at all, but he luckily can cut to the basket as a decent pass by Bolden. Our young guys are exciting right now. I don't know how good they'll actually be, but, well, actually, this play right here, I'm just saying, can we already say that Marquise Bolden is going to be the greatest center in the history of the NBA? Did you see that block shot? He's finishing at the rim, he's grabbing offensive rebounds, he's making me ignore Jason Tatum drawing a foul. I mean, I'm more excited about our 26th pick than our 4th pick. What does that say? It's because I'm really intrigued by Bolden's defense, but speaking of defense, if I can foreshadow a little bit on this clip, Mario Hezonja actually blocking a shot. And then when he comes down the other way, he's able to get a decent pass off. That's the big thing with him, you know, on top of the shooting is, can he actually be a player who can do more things besides just stand in the corner and shoot threes? I mean, he's got to get that part of his game down first, but it's a good sign that he does things like that. And then Tatum, with a really goofy-looking hook shot, made his arm look like it was from Slender Man. What did he do? He scored, that's right. I'm trying to say goofy stuff, and then I forget what actually happens in the footage. Hezonja down the other way. Why the hell did that guy leave me so open? That one was much better. Unfortunately, I had a foot on the line, but regardless, good stuff from all of our young guys today. And just to cap it off, Hezonja with a pretty damn good pass to whoever the hell that is. I'm liking Bolden's physicality and defense. Jason Tatum, while he does miss this one, natural scoring looks good. Hezonja excited me with his all-around game. The season is about to start. We're probably going to suck, but we got some things to look forward to.